As we all know, we recently got the brand new Space-Time Smackdown set inside of Pokemon Pocket that brought in 200 plus new cards that of course mess with the meta completely. We got some incredible trainers, some new items, and of course the new EX cards. But today I want to take a look at one of the cards that I'm sure not many people really paid attention to, and that's going to be the Stage 2 Evolution Magnezone. This is a card, when I saw it, I was very excited to use because I had already really enjoyed using the Magneton variant that we had previously had in the game. And when you pair that Volt Charge Magneton with the new Magnezone card, you have a lot of ability to hit your opponents with some unexpected damage, especially with the Lieutenant Surge Raichu deck that we had previously used with most of these cards. On screen now is the full deck list that we used inside the gameplays today. So in this deck, not only are we going to be running 2 copies of that new Magnezone card, but I also added in the new Dawn Trainer. This card allows you to move 1 energy from your bench onto your active Pokemon, and of course with that Magneton Volt Charge on the bench most of the time, you're gonna have an excess amount of energy, and Dawn just gives us a bit more ability to play with that energy outside of using 2 copies of Lieutenant Surge. Thank you all so much for watching the video, and if you do enjoy and you're new to the channel and enjoy daily Pokemon Pocket content, feel free to hit that subscribe button. But with all that being said, let's hop into the games.
Looks like we're playing against a dark type deck, and we're going second with a Pikachu EX lead. I don't mind. It's always nice to see Pikachu EX in the starting spot when you're going second on energy. Well, first on energy when you're going second for your turn. The only problem here is this deck isn't like fully supposed to be revolving around Pikachu. We got our base Pikachu, which is nice. We did need some type of basic on the board. There's a second research and another X speed, so we've got a little bit of pivoting action if we can eventually find these basics. There's no harm here on this first turn just because Pikachu wouldn't be able to attack on this turn either way. Ooh, they got the Darkrai 2-star. We do find the Lieutenant Surge. Let's see if we can get a Magnemite. That's what we really want to see. We found the Dawn. We found a Pokeball. Not bad pulls at all. And we found the Magnemite, which is the first piece of the puzzle here. And if we can eventually get the Raichu, we'll be able to have a very deadly attack. As of right now, the one problem I have is the fact that we are going to be vulnerable to a Weavile heavy hit. I don't believe it can kill me, but I don't exactly remember how much damage it does. I think it's 80 for 1 energy. So if they do... Or it's 70 for 1 energy, so I think we'll be fine because we'll be at 80 unless they have a Giovanni Weavile EX, and in that case, you know, it is what it is. We'll just take the L with Pikachu EX. But as of right now, we can secure a point against their lead Sneasel, and they don't really have anything set up outside of Darkrai and the threat of Weavile being able to Giovanni one-tap us. So I don't mind at all going for this. What'd they end up doing there? The Pokemon communication. So they're going for Weavile EX. That's their play. Not throwing it down immediately, I'm assuming, means they don't have it. And they put the energy there on Darkrai. So unless they have Dawn, we don't get punished. But they do have Dawn, so it's going to be a crazy play because they're also going to evolve to Weavile. That is a great play. That is a great play. Thing is, I don't at all mind Pikachu EX going down. Oh, actually, no, I really do. Unless we top deck Raichu. Even if we top deck Raichu, we're still cooked. Wow, that was actually a crazier play than I had thought. We do find the Raichu. So 70. No, we're alive and kicking well right now. Hold on, we could definitely come back and win this. Because we do have the Lieutenant Surge. That was a great play, though, on their end. I think we have to throw both energy on Magneton. But on the next turn, we should be able to win the game. Assuming Raichu can live. Because they'll hit us for 90 unless they have Giovanni. Let's just hope there's no Geo. But Thunderbolt Chew should be able to take care of anything they can attack us with at the moment. We're going to retreat Weavile out of the active slot. Put in Spirit Tomb instead. Ooh, I hate that for us. Oh no, I hate that for us big time. Because now if they have Cyrus, we're cooked. Is what, 70, 80, 90? We're cooked. We need to find a way to take care of that Darkrai, which we're not going to be able to. So 110 is what it does. We got to find a way out of this. So we're going to do a Volt Charge. We didn't have the best draw, but that's fine. And then we're going to lay Magnezone down here to slay out the Spirit Tomb. I think if they have Cyrus, we're completely cooked with no way out. This is going to be our play. Sorry, chat. I can't really like talk too much right now just because my voice is chalked, but I'm also playing this deck for the first time ever. So a lot of my thought process right now is just internal as I figure out this puzzle. But like I said, we're cooked if they have a Cyrus or a Sabrina, and they put the energy on Darkrai and finish us off with Weavile. Okay, so they made a mistake there potentially, or they just didn't have the cards that they needed. And if that's the case, I think we found a way to win this game. Yeah, we're looking good. So our play here is going to be to use this X speed now to get Magnezone out for just 1 energy cost. We'll retreat it and throw Raichu in the active spot. Put this energy onto Raichu and then use Lieutenant Surge to grab the 2 from Magnezone. Put it onto the active Raichu and then Thunderbolt the Weavile for the 1-hit kill and get the win. So we found our way out. I thought maybe they had Cyrus, but we lucked out. That was a good first game ever with this deck. So we're playing up against a basic Mewtwo deck. I don't know if they have any inclusion of new cards, but they're starting off with Mewtwo EX, Mew on the bench, and then Ralts as well. So it just looks like a classic Mewtwo Gardevoir line. Still, that's exactly what I'm seeing. They also professored research there, so they got 3 cards, 12 more in their deck. We're leading with our Pikachu non-EX form. We've currently got a Magneton. I think we kind of want to find some more basics. So we're going to do research into the Pokeball. We find 2 Pokeballs and a Magnemite. So we're going to have everything to work with that we need. And then hopefully some of our top decks eventually will bring that Raichu and Surge that we're going to be looking for to build up. As of now for this turn, what we're going to do is lay down a Magnemite, lay down Pikachu EX. And then we're just going to put this energy on Pikachu EX and not attack with the basic Pikachu. We're hoping there's a chance that we can find an X speed and save that energy and start ticking away at Mewtwo's HP before it gets up and running too aggressively. While also eventually hoping to find that Raichu with Thunderbolt. They're doing a lot of everything right now between the Pokeballs and the mythical slabs. So they have all the basics that they play in this deck in their hand, and we find the Raichu. So at this point, we could hold off on the evolution, or if I find the Surge, we could straight up get the kill immediately with Raichu. We could confirm the 90. We've got multiple ways of playing this. We could confirm the 90. I think that might be the play. Yeah, so what we're going to do is retreat the basic Pikachu into the Pikachu EX, then use Magneton to Volt Charge and Dawn to move that energy from Magneton to Pikachu EX. And then we'll also lay down a second Magnemite, so Pikachu's hitting for 90, while also evolving the Raichu. So we'll be up and running against that Mewtwo potentially. But now, rather than relying on a Lieutenant Surge to pop up, we immediately put pressure on that Mewtwo to either retreat or get completely sacked by Pikachu EX. They throw the energy on, so I'm assuming we have a retreat coming in, whether it be with a Leaf or an X speed. I'm not sure. If not, we've got them in a really bad position. They do choose to Sabrina us, which is just not going to have any effect outside of the fact that we're not going to be able to prepare more energy. I decided frontline Raichu here just in case we find the Surge. Again, Magnemite wouldn't have been a bad call at all. We got the Magnezone. Magnezone could sweep here, but they just don't have any threats. So we're going to Volt Charge one more time, get that energy set on Magneton, put this energy on Raichu to retreat back out. Pikachu EX back on the front line, and we go for another Circle Circuit to wipe out their Mewtwo and all of their energy. If we find Lieutenant Surge on the next turn, we can guarantee a one-shot against this Mew. So they decided just to hit us for 20, which is their best bet. We find the Research, which probably means on the next turn we end up finding the Surge, but they just concede because they didn't have any moves they could make against us once we wiped out that Mewtwo. So once again, we are leading with Pikachu. Not one of our favorite starts, but we do have the Raichu in the hand, so not bad. Playing up against a good old-fashioned Celby deck. Oh no, it's a Bulbasaur, so a Venusaur deck. We found ourselves another Pikachu, which makes this Pokeball even stronger for us. We either find EX or we find the Magnemite. We find our Pikachu EX. And for now, I think we just end our turn there. Don't have to worry about laying down Pikachu EX early. Okay, Magnemite top deck is big there for us. So we'll be able to make a lot of plays going into the next couple of turns. So what we're going to do from here is lay down Pikachu EX, lay down Magnemite, and we don't have any reason not to evolve our Pikachu to Raichu since the retreat cost is still going to be 1 regardless. And for now, this energy is going to be laid on Pikachu EX. On the next turn, we're going to have 3 energy. And like I said, if we find a Lieutenant Surge, we can immediately start attacking with Raichu. If we need to, we're not going to, of course, until they frontline a card that's worth attacking. And that X speed is actually, you know, the most ideal card for us to find. So we can evolve Magnezone, X speed Raichu out for free, put Pikachu EX on the front line. Don't forget to use the Volt Charge to get Magnezone charged up. Throw this energy on Pikachu EX, and we're even gonna lay the base Pikachu on the bench to fill it up so we can one-shot the Snivy. All right, we're looking good. We're looking good. We only play 1 Pikachu EX in this deck, but I feel like it has been putting in work every single game so far. Let's see if they've got the Venusaur ready to go against us. Looks like they do. I don't see a world where we're gonna struggle to deal with it. They're gonna hit us for 60 here. Pikachu's obviously gonna be vulnerable to one shot going into the next turn. If we can find Surge, we could win this game. No Surge, but we do have ourselves a Pokeball and another Magnezone. So Magnezone hits for 110. 110 plus the 90 would kill Venusaur if it doesn't Erica heal. Oh, but we have to consider... Yeah. Well, I mean, it'll be healing. Dang. Trying to find a way out of this for us right now. We can't lose Pikachu EX. That much is a given. So we have to frontline the Magnezone, which will be able to attack here. So that's going to be our play. That Giant Bloom heal is just going to be the problem. But we'll do whatever we can and just deal with it. Thunder Blast the Venusaur. It's one of the few decks that I feel like could counter what we play just because of how tanky Venusaur tends to be. They've got the potion. Let's see if they have an Erica as well. Maybe even like a cape. Like they could have some crazy cards. I feel like the Pokemon tools are really powerful in Venusaur decks. So they're going to be at 130 HP. I think we should be fine though. We found a Dawn, which we have no reason to use at the moment. Since again, Magnezone tanks there. No problem. Let's go for the Thunder Blast. Again. Drop it down to 20. So now we're within one-shot range of our Pikachu EX. Let's just hope they don't find the Potion, Erica, and then the Bloom heal one more time. They've got the Potion. They've got the Erica. They're back up to 90. Oh, man. That's tough. That's tough. We could still win this if we find a Surge, though. Because what we're going to do in this scenario is not frontline Pikachu EX, but frontline the basic Pikachu. There's the Lieutenant Surge, so we still have a chance of winning this game. I'm going to put down that Magnemite as well. And we're going to load up Pikachu EX on the bench. On the next turn, if they kill Pikachu, we win the game. Oh, no, we don't. We need to do some type of damage. That Giant Bloom, dude, healing for 30. We need it to heal for... Oh, we're cooked. The double potions. Ah, Venusaur is so strong. Wait, we do have a Magneton. Okay, hold on. We can get out of this. We have a Magneton in our hand. So we made a little bit of a misplay, but Dawn is going to come in to hopefully save us here. So we're going to put Dawn down. This is why I love this card, is because it does make up for potential mistakes. Keep in mind, this is only my 3rd game ever with this deck. We're going to gnaw at the Venusaur for 20 HP. So when it heals this time around on the Giant Bloom, it's going to be 130 HP as long as they don't have any other healing and they end up, you know, using the Erica. So we're cooked. We had a way out. We had a way out that was so good, but of course the double Ericas, oh, they cook us big time. Dude, we had such a good play to get out of it. I can't believe they had... How much HP did we just... 120 against Venusaur plus 3. So this Venusaur went through 210 HP, huh? This was our play to, you know, get out of it and stay alive. We were going to Volt Charge, Lieutenant Surge, and then Thunderbolt the Venusaur for the kill if it was at 130. But since they, you know, fully healed up multiple times, GG's. I feel like that was a really good game. Outside of the misplay on the energy on the last turn, but we were able to get saved by Dawn. I feel like we played a perfect game. So I can't even be mad about that. Venusaur, when it has it, it just has it. That was a good game. All right, we're going second against a grass energy type. Dude, we really have been, I feel like, getting deck-based matchmaking. I swear, not a single Dialga or Palkia. Yesterday, every single game was against it. Today, none. So they're leading with the double Snivy. I don't hate our hand. We've got a little bit to work with. Delmize, this is the classic Celby, like OG Celby. Day one Celby. Running superior Delmize. We just found ourselves another Raichu and Surge combo. Not necessarily what we're looking for, but for now we'll take our damage where we can. They've got the Servine already. There's the Celby as well. So they decide just to heal the Servine, which I feel like is a very interesting play. We got another research that we can use. A lot of cards in our hand, not much that we can work with yet, but if we eventually find the basics, which somehow we've managed to avoid all basics on this draw, then we could be powerful. This is a tough spot to be. I think we have to always evolve to Raichu here. The problem is there's a solid possibility on the next hand we're going to be going up against a Celby for coin flip. Let's see if they have superior. They do. So they got the perfect start. Meanwhile, we haven't found a single basic. On the bright side, looks like just 2 coin flips. That's odd that they decided to X speed rather than just burn through the energy, but I'll take it. I think we can agree is definitely a lower skilled player than us. So if we lose to this deck, then that's just unfortunate luck against Celby. But if they give us a window of opportunity to make a play here, we can. Like the fact that they just sacked their Celby. We just need to find a basic. We do, so we're still in this for now. It is not over. Unfortunately, we aren't going to have any energy, but their Celby is going to be dead, and they're not going to have a follow-up attack that will kill us outside of Snivy Giovanni. So let's just take a look here. We got Magnezone into Magnezone. We could win this with the fact that they're giving us 2 points. So this is a nice example of how this deck plays up against, I would say, your average player. This is just the average guy who hops on, enjoys using their Celby deck, just plays for fun, doesn't try to like improve or use multiple different decks, which there's nothing wrong with that. I think this is just a perfect example of that situation. Average player, perfect start, Celby deck versus us being able to tactically move around our energy with Raichu. So there is a possibility here that we decide to frontline the Magnemite here. Let's see, we have 80 HP. We're going to be getting hit for... Yeah, we'll be getting hit for 90 on the next turn, though. So I think we have to say bye to Raichu and then just trade with Magnezone's 110 on the next turn. So we should be able to get the win here, no problem. We'll throw in the Pokeball. That gets us Pikachu EX, who we're not going to lay down. And instead, what our plan here is going to be... Actually, we are going to lay down Pikachu EX in case they play Sabrina in this. We're going to Volt Charge. And then we're going to put our second energy down on Magnezone. And just end our turn there. Ideal world, they sack our Raichu with Delmize's 90 hit. And then we throw Magnezone in for the cleanup. They might not expect this because of the fact that Magnezone is a new card. So they probably just think I'm setting up a 60 attack with Magnezone. And there's the Sabrina that we accounted for. If we didn't have the X speed in this scenario, we'd still be good to get the kill. And we can even clean this up with Raichu's Thunderbolt. We have multiple different options since we have Lieutenant Surges. But we're going to finish this up with, like I said, my man Magnezone. So we'll X speed Pikachu EX out, get the free retreat, use the Volt Charge, and then we got an extra energy to play around with. Not a big deal. Evolve the Magnezone, and that's going to be the game. Keep in mind, if we got double coin flip, we could have lost this. Or able to pull through with a victory there. Flawless. We are finally going up against what I'm assuming is going to be a Dialga deck. and we're playing second into it. We've got Magnemite, Raichu, Pikachu EX to work with alongside a Pokeball. So we're going to have to go with the standard Pikachu EX lead here. Oh, it could be a Yanmega deck. No, I mean, it's definitely a Dialga, don't get me wrong. But Yanmega with Mew EX and Dialga, I actually love that deck. That is a great deck to play. So they find Dialga. Hopefully they don't have the X speed. If they do, they didn't use it yet. An X speed not being found by them or a Leaf would give us a little bit of an opening here to develop, because it's a deck that's going to be quick to move against us. We've got Pikachu, and like I said, we got the Magnemite as well. 100% they need to get Yanma out. We're going to show it and threaten, and also allow us to evolve the next turn if we find Magnezone. Yeah, Mega is a good deck. That's a deck that I wanted to build around today. I just need to find the EXs in our pulls in order to do so. So they actually look like they're going to be sacking the Yanma here on this turn. What we're going to do is just throw in Magnemite, since we do have the XP to work with. Found ourselves a research. Let's see what it pulls for us. We're in a good position because Mew won't be able to use Pikachu EX's attack against it. So this might be a pretty standard Pikachu EX game. Like I said, we got that free retreat. We can sack the Yanma with no need of any other basics on the bench. We'll evolve Pikachu to Raichu and then just go in for the kill. Their only threat against us is going to be Dialga. But Dialga will only hit us for, what, 30, right? Yeah, 30 damage. And right now they have no threat against us on the board, outside of maybe hitting us with like a Sabrina and forcing our Raichu in, which obviously they can't do. But if they found a way to put Raichu in, then it's dead to Mew. But other than that, Mew has no power to stop us. There's our Dawn. Again, gives us a bit more pivoting ability if we ever need it. We'll just lay this energy on Raichu and go for the attack against Dialga. And now if we find another basic, it's threatened to be one hit by Pikachu EX, and that's the game right there. Actually, the game should be over in multiple different ways. They find the potion, which stops, of course, the threat from Pikachu EX. But on the next turn, we've got Raichu, and we can use Raichu to Thunderbolt in multiple ways, right? We have Lieutenant Surge in our hand, but more importantly, we also have the new Dawn supporter, which we're actually going to use, and that's going to close out the game. So I'm going to do it this way. We don't even need to use the XP. I just want to show you how set up we already were. So we're going to burn through that energy. Then we're going to use Dawn rather than the Lieutenant Surge, which is going to move Pikachu EX's energy onto Raichu. And then we have our Energy Zone energy to Thunderbolt the Dialga and win, just like that. With all of these cards still to play, the XP, the Surge, the Pokeball. Hey, we're starting to roll now with the deck, man. Starting to roll with it. This is a tough starting hand. Very tough starting hand. Magnemite is in the active spot, and we have nothing to find basics and no way to get to that Magnezone at the moment. They're leading off with Mewtwo. And they're double mythical slabs off rip. They put the card back in the bottom of the deck, so they're not finding psychics for now, but the deck's being thinned. So if they are searching for the Gardevoir line, they'll most likely get it. Our only play here is just to hit that Mewtwo here with the Magnemite attack. Yeah, take that, buddy. Wait out. Our next draw. Okay, there's the Magnezone. That improves us a lot. Could have held off on the evolution to attack one more time, but I think this is the better play overall. That way on the next turn, we can immediately start hitting with Magnezone. Or Magnezone. Kirlia goes down. The second Mewtwo gets its energy down, so I guess they are fully sacrificing this Mewtwo. Assuming they think they've got 3 turns to play around. We both know that they don't. We're gonna Volt Charge one more time. Use Magnezone. Throw another energy down. Of course, we're gonna be discarding 1, but we'll be able to put a lot of pressure on this Mewtwo, hitting for 110. While also not being vulnerable to any other attack besides Side Drive. Of course, they could have Gardevoir and immediately punish us. They do. So most likely this Mewtwo is going to get rotated out. And then we get hit by the Psychic Sphere on the next turn. And the turn after that. Oh, they decide to sack the Mewtwo. Still a tough spot to be in because we don't have a basic, so we did just lose this game. Out of our control. Wow, that is 2 losses today strictly from never finding a basic outside of the guaranteed starter. That sucks. Unfortunate there. We already marked this one down as a loss, gentlemen. So unlucky. But it happens. Yeah, literally that's me right now, that magic carp, dude. We are playing up against another lightning. Wait, lightning and then Greninja, so let's think. Who do we have that would... Is this a Dragonite deck? We've seen it before. We've got 2 Pokeballs and a Magnemite already on the board, so I don't mind using the Pokeballs first, and then we research. Especially picking up the Pikachu. If we get the EX here, oh, we're in a great spot. We're actually in the best spot we could be. Turn 1. Let's research and find the evolutions right away. We're in a really, really strong spot. Still more pulls to come too. We got at least 2 more top decks to get max value out of the start with Magnemite. Yeah, lightning and water is definitely a Dragonite deck. Smart play to retreat that Froakie and put Dredagon in front. Let's see if they do a Rocky Helmet Dredagon. I'm really curious to see that play. And as I'd said, we just got the max value start out of the Magnezone. Of course, we're going to Volt Charge here. We're going to dual threat in here with Raichu as well. And Pikachu EX is just going to be there hanging out, to be completely honest. Because on the next turn, Magnezone's coming out. Pikachu EX is just bonus threat. You grab a Pokeball. Thing is, if this was a Dragonite deck, there is literally no chance they stand against us here. I understand it's a passive damage deck. Like 2 Froakie, eventually Greninjas with the Dredagon. I wonder if they... Ooh, that would have been a mistake. We're going to Volt Charge first. But I wonder if they do intend to play a Rocky Helmet in this deck. We're going to make sure to put this energy here on the Magnezone as well. We'll take care of that Drud in 1. And eventually, if we need to, of course, we can X-Speed Magnezone out. Surge Raichu. But I just don't see a world where Magnezone doesn't clear the rest of their hand. Yep, that'll be the game. That was a great start. I love having the variation of Magnezone in what used to be just our Magneton Raichu deck. We have a Dialga match, finally. Leading off with our basic Pikachu. With no cards in sight to help us out, but we do have both researches. So we'll find it. They've got the Dialga full art, man, the 3-star immersive. I haven't seen it yet, but I have a feeling we'll find it today. And it's going to be the deck that I wanted to set up day 1. Unfortunately, I didn't find any of the cards needed for it. Dialga EX and Licky EX. We've got the X speed, which is going to give us a bit of pivoting ability. There's the Magnemite as well, which is a great pull since we have Magneton. So I really like seeing that. We're going to put this energy on Pikachu and not this Dialga. Get it within that 1-hit range of a potential next turn Raichu play. We would need to top deck the Raichu. They do throw on the Rocky Helmet. I don't see this being a deck that runs potions. So obviously their goal is going to be to charge up Licky. Just start hitting for 100 in coin flips. They've got the cape for it, so 180 damage is going to be a lot to go through. We find Magnemite, not the card we needed to see there to improve. Now that takes out the possibility of us using the Dawn there to immediately eliminate Dialga before it gets Licky set up. But still, if we end up finding Raichu with this research, we're in a great position. We got another Pokeball and a Surge. There's the Pikachu EX. I think our move here is going to be to attack with Pikachu EX on the next turn if, again, we don't find Raichu. So we're going to lay this energy on Pika and obviously not attack here. End our turn there. So Surge and Dawn to work with. Pikachu's threatened. We find the Raichu. Dialga is about to get cooked. And we're going to do it while also having a Pikachu EX charged on the bench because we're not going to use the Surge. Then again, I think it's probably best to use the Surge since Surge is situational to Raichu specifically. And we can still get that energy back on both Pokemon. So now we'll have the Dawn to work with if we need it for Pikachu. Dialga's gone. Licky's not going to be attacking us on the next turn. You know what? Now looking back at it, we could have also done 2 back-to-back Thunderbolt with Raichu if we had done the Dawn instead. We'll see what we pull here. Could be another Magnezone, which is a fine situation, right? Because we have the X speed. So what we're going to do is just X speed Raichu out anyway and still bring this Licky within 1 hit distance of the Raichu on the next turn. Definitely multiple ways we could have played this. I don't mind what we ended up doing. I do like the idea behind having Dawn, but I should have known our Raichu could double Thunderbolt. We'd still eventually have needed to attack with the Pikachu EX anyway, though, to get this card within 1 hit distance. All right, let's see it, man. I've not seen this card played before. They don't have the double potion in this. They don't play double potion. They're gonna Cyrus Raichu and immediately get Tails. So Raichu's gonna be gone. That doesn't hit us for any energy loss. We're gonna frontline Pikachu EX, but if we top deck Magnezone, the game's over here. We find the X speed. It's not what we wanted to happen, but I'm not against it because we'll still have another opportunity to get this kill. What we're gonna do is X speed Pikachu out, put in Magnezone, Volt Charge, and then lay the energy down. And also on the off chance they have a Sabrina in this deck, put Pikachu down as well. So this is still gonna be within 1 hit distance. Got a great threat going right now. They're hunting for some type of basic to keep the game going. Maybe searching for a Dialga. They're hunting a lot of cards right now. They find Dialga to keep the game going, but they're going to have to burn through all of their energy to retreat. We'll be getting hit kind of hard here. Find the Raichu. So again, there's multiple ways we can play this out. And I think the move is going to be Volt Charge both of these Magnezone. Probably should have done that after, I should say. They only have 1 point against us, so I actually don't at all mind sacking the Magnezone. So on the next turn, we can get Raichu to attack. Right? Yeah, on the next turn, Raichu can attack. So we're doing everything right. Put that energy on Raichu. Full charge the second Magnezone. Unfortunately, still no Magnezone, but Dialga is going to be 1 hit vulnerable alongside Licky to both Magnezone and the Thunderbolt Raichu. And we're not vulnerable to Cyrus, not vulnerable to Sabrina, since Pikachu EX is still full. So that play right there is going to end up being the game. We can kill with Pikachu EX, we can kill with Raichu. It does not matter. We find the Lieutenant Surge. So we can throw... Nah, this is actually crazy. We can throw how much energy on Raichu to burn for the win. This is so toxic. Put this energy down. Raichu, max energy attack. 11 energy. Raichu, Thunderbolt. Ah! 11 energy. That is crazy. That's the second time we've ever played against a Licky Dialga deck, and that was a murder. We're 2-0 against that deck.